Good morning and welcome to our live crafting session this morning. My name's Jenny McCormack and I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the market town of Brackley in Northamptonshire here in the UK. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I'm normally here at 10 AM on a Monday, but I did have to delay the start in order to find everything I needed for our session this morning, and that's because I had a great customer event yesterday, so all day yesterday, Sunday the 16th of July, and we had lots of, well, I hope fabulous projects. Everybody seemed to enjoy them. There were 8 projects altogether, and people started with one, sort of a mystery start, and then they could choose different ones as they went along. They worked in pairs, so that worked really well. So my craft room was a bit chaotic this morning because I emptied my car out late last night and I literally just dumped all of the bags on the floor in the craft room, and realised this morning, of course, that I needed products ready for my, not only my coffee and card, but obviously our live here this morning. So here we are. I do have some important news to share with you, and I will do that at the end of the session, so that anybody else hopping on after they've seen us live will get that information. So our stamp set of the week is actually a stamp set and a punch bundle. So the stamp set is called Inked and has these beautiful transparent type images. Here, a short one with the buds. We've got the skeleton leaf, this and another flower, and some of love, hello friend, happy birthdays, and a thank you. So a really useful set of sentiments. There is a punch bundle that you can see these two will actually match together, as you'll see from my sample using today, and this is also our colour. So it's quite difficult usually with the refrigerator star design, and then this one is a cross design, and the two nest. I hope you're well. The other part of this is there is the include Calypso Coral, Lost Lagoon, really nice combination in Pretty Peacock, because I do like a sentiment to be of a. And let me show you the papers. So these are 6, and they come as a pack. There are 12 designs, and they're all double-sided, so effectively different designs. So if I flip through them on one side first, and so we have this one here, images of flowers, but also that are perfect for everyday cards if you don't like. Heather, hope you're well, thanks for joining. So I'll flip through these I picked them out of the pack. So there's 12 on one side and obviously 12. So let's start with that Calypso Coral. We have that lovely Lost Lagoon. They're more foliage than overly the Crushed Curry. We've got Calypso Coral. There's also Pool Party in here. We've got some just some petal pink in it as well as in the background. We have this one with the flowers in Crushed Curry, the little stripes in Lost over pattern. That's called Inked Botanical Paper. Complete collection in one go that will get you the stamps, the papers, the punches, and ribbon. Lost Lagoon. My next order, I'll be able to share a little bit of plaid, and there is so you choose. This is one with little sort of, well, just grasses. Alright, so Carol's got the papers, had the stamp set, all the punches. Papers, and then got some lovely sentiments and really pretty designs, and the punches and the papers today. This one, and then the dots. Those are the papers, done the punches. So let me show you coffee and cards today really well. So just using the punches to shapes, and then a puzzle piece. And the way that I put them was I cut a smallish piece of card like so, it sort of just a bit in the center. So I'm going to put some tape here and then a piece and then layer it on. I've actually found some retired coloured cards, which I think would be perfect for this, because, and although this is probably, I thought that offsets it quite well, but there's also this one here, blue. So I'm going to be using one of those. I do need to find my bag. There we go. So I do actually have floor space again after not every just yet. I need to put all the inks back in order. So what I'm going to do, well, I was going to just trim that a little bit. Let's take that off. I want the white card to show. Obviously you or a piece of coloured card, but thing that I the pieces on, and you could all dimensionals, you could do a mix, couple of dimensionals, and then the sentiments fit in, they also fit across this, but I've also brought in a circle, punch that one out and then have a circle around it, so we will see. So I'm just going to put this with my strips. Great, so I hope everybody had a nice weekend. I have to say a little bit, you forget how much running an event takes it out of you, so because the steps that I try and do before lunchtime with all my walking around the hall benefit. But it was a really good day, and I'm just waiting for confirmation from the hall. Okay, I think that will do the job. So you could stick to alternate them. You could even just stick to two. So we've got 12 altogether, and I'm literally found is punch them all out and then just have a play. So 6 of those, and then 6 of this one, which has got nice sort of soft. So need the other card, so you don't have to have every single one. You could have some that are related to. So I'm going to actually just to show you, so you can imagine that this tape is, all you're going to do is place the first one, then your next one, and just get a feel for what's going to fit. For example, and then so if you wanted to just use 2, you could do this and have a very so this is quite, well, they found this very therapeutic on Friday week and was quite happy to relax. So you can literally just build it up like that, alternate You could go absolutely completely random. Start with the cross and then swap this over, then many combinations, and that's just using 2 papers, but you could literally use just 1 paper and 6 and then just alternate them and turn them over. Choice really with those. I'm just going to add in a few more pieces. So you could make them all feature the Calypso Coral. Let's do a couple. Yes. And don't forget, you need an even amount of both styles. Oh, I might just get that in. There we go. Okay, so what I recommend is placing them, not necessarily on here, but placing them to get a feel for how it's going to look. Because you don't want to start sticking them down and then find and you've got two together. Does that make any sense? Let's see. Is this one? That one? So here I don't want those 2 together. So that's 2 solid ones together. So those over. And let's have that one up there. This one here will work. And then across, what have I got? No, I don't want 2 yellows together. I haven't used that one yet. And obviously you don't have to do it in this pattern, and you can do it portrait rather than landscape, because it doesn't matter, because these are all over the right or wrong way, even for the florals, in my opinion. So you can make it go either way, and when you put your sentiment on, that could go across a section, it could go, you know, there's so many combinations really. So let's put these down. So and then if you've got more, I recommend you have more than you need, that you can switch out once you've put it together, if that makes any sense. Oh, that seems to work quite well. Yeah, that would do. What I'm going to do is peel off this backing, and the measurement of this, not that it's particularly critical, is 6.3 by 10 centimeters. But you could, however many you're doing, just measure so that you've got the sort of center panel. So what I'm going to do is take the top and piece first. Now, it doesn't matter if it goes wonky on my piece here, because this is only using as a sort of, if you like. So this one I'm going to position up here so that the edge of my cross is off the edge. What I didn't want to do, because these cut in I didn't want a fully get in the way. Okay, and then I'm just going to butt this one up and this one. I'm just going to carry on like so. Like that. So it's really easy just to put those together like that. Now you could obviously just do this completely randomly and have them all over the place. Let's take this layer off, and I prefer to use tape for this of my lovely coffee and card ladies getting completely coated in glue. Just taking your time to get it nice and straight, or as straight as you can. You could use a piece of, if you're doing it all blue, you could use wished, although it's going to be hidden, so if you had any gaps it wouldn't be as noticeable. Let's have this one going that way. And this definitely favours an all over design, so you can use this obviously with any papers. So, you know, look at, if you've got papers that are quite big and bold that you don't know what to do with, punching small elements of that is okay. So, oops. Yes, you do need to take that off, Jenny. That'll help, won't it? There we go. Right, last two, and then that is covered. And the nice thing about this piece that you can play with, move around, add to, whatever. This will make a nice square card, wouldn't it? A nice big square card. Very much patchwork, so if you've got people who like sewing a patchwork, this would be a good combination. Oh, I just had an idea. Okay, so I'm going to try this out if I can find it. So, talking about patchwork, and we have a new perforating tool that goes with our take your pick, and I'm just looking to see if I can find mine and what I've done with it. I was thinking, oh, here it is. No, I haven't nearly finished. Hi, Janice. I'm wittering on today. So I've just had an idea. So this is our perforating tool that you can use to run along things and then tear them apart. But I'm thinking, because this is like a patchwork, I could run this along this. Now this may not work, and if it doesn't, I apologise, but I'm just going to try it. And I'm not going to press too hard, and because we've got a layer of paper card underneath, I think I'll be okay. So what I'm going to do is just run this perforating tool very lightly down there. Now I can see it, but I don't think you can. Let's try it on this one as well. Don't think it matters which way around you do it. It does, but it's quite faint, but if you see it in person you can definitely see it. So let's do this one here. So this doesn't matter whether you're left or right handed, you just turn it either side, and it has got a cover, because obviously this is a blade and it's not particularly sharp in the scheme of things, so you can push that over. So I'm just going to crisscross this, but as I say, you can't really see it, or maybe you can now. Can you see that? I don't think you can. See it. So yeah, so that definitely works. Just don't push too hard, and the fact that it's going to be placed down means that you're not going to fold it over and what have you. I think if you had plain card it would show a bit better. I don't know if you can see that. Let's just add a little bit. So I'm just doing it corner to corner with the flat side of my ruler. Steel piece, but it's all come off in use. Let's do this one. Okay, maybe you can see it. I'll try and do a close-up with the camera. There we go. So corner to corner across there. Too many combinations now. Okay. Yeah, sweet. Maybe you maybe just see it in the light. I'm not sure. Okay, so right, we're going to layer that up and add a sentiment. So the sentiment we can stamp on a separate piece of card. I'm just going to use white, and the sentiments in the set are thank you, just a note, lots of love, hello friend, happy birthday, congratulations. So I'm going to use the thank you again. There it is. And I'm going to stamp it in Pretty Peacock just because I want it nice and dark so it stands out, but I could use Lagoon, Calypso Coral, any of those really. So I'm going to stamp two because I can't decide if I'm going to punch this out with a circle or with one of the shapes. Okay, so let's try. I'm going to do one with the shape and one with the circle and then decide. So just trying to centralise that. This circle actually might be a little bit big. Oh no, it works. So I had in mind, find my scrap pieces which I've buried. To make this stand out a little bit more, you could either put it on one of the placements. You could lift it up on dimensionals. Excuse me. You could have it in a segment of 4. I think it depends maybe on the size of your sentiment. And remember, we can have this either way. You can have it sort of across the middle. But what I'm going to do is just punch out a circle from some Lost Lagoon. This sadly is a retired size of circle punch, 1 3/4, but we do have some other ones that are back in. So I could do either that, I could put a layer behind it, like so. Well, that works quite nicely. Makes it stand out, doesn't it? And I might switch that to Calypso Coral. Or maybe I won't. I'm going to punch one in Calypso Coral, and I'll tell you why. Because I really want three, at least three of everything, and I've only got 2 Calypso Corals. I wonder if this one will get away with this. It's a little bit on the edge. That was a bit close. I don't recommend punching right on the edge of a piece of card because you can get it stuck in the punch if you're not careful. So I'm thinking that I want a blue piece behind. Da, da, da. Let's just punch that out. There it is. So it's really just a case of playing until you get the effect that you want. There we go. I'm happy with that. Okay, so let's choose which card I'm going to put it onto. So I think probably this blue one. As I said, these are retired cards, but I found them and I thought they'd be perfect for that. Like so. Now I could put a layer behind, but it's really close in to the edges. So I'm just going to put it flat like that. So let's layer this up. So I'm going to put this one onto here flat with glue, because this is thin basic white and I don't want the sentiment bending. Like so. I'm going to put that onto my circle with a couple of dimensionals to hold it in place. Sorry we'll miss you this afternoon, Catherine, but I know you're very busy. Okay, that's that. And I just need to decide which way this is going to go. No, I don't want to cover up that one. So that's going to be my format. So I've got my three, yeah, that will work. So this one you could put up with dimensionals all flat. I think I'm just going to put it on dimensionals, and I've still got some dimensional strips here. So you want to make sure that you're not going over that little edge of the cross, otherwise you'll see it on the front. So these dimensional strips are perfect for this. And then we're done. And then I've got some news to share with you, which is important, but I will pop the details on my Facebook page later as well. So let's put that there. It's this week that the schools break up, isn't it? I think. I'm not quite sure. I think it seems to vary. I know the private schools have already broken up some time ago. There we go. So this one here is going to be our base card. This is going to go on, and then make sure I've got it the right way around. So this would be a good set of punches for children to play with. and you could punch out and put different numbers on things or alphabets and what have you, and they could just do a bit of constructing. Right, I'm just going to snip that little bit off. It's a bit close to the edge. Right. Try not to get too attached to it. Okay, so you could actually get another layer in just, couldn't you? And I can just see the edge of this tape. I'm just going to pull that piece out. There we go. Just went a little bit close to the nick of that little V. There we go. That's better. If you were going on white, you wouldn't really notice it in the same way. So I reckon you could get another layer on there. I'm going to leave it like that, so I've got space all the way around. And this is going to go in the centre of that panel there. And that one's going to go flat. Otherwise I've got too many layers. Oh, last week, yes, okay. I had in mind that was what it was. So I'm just centralising that in that set of 4. But I think this would be stunning in just 2 colours, not even patterned paper. Black and white would be very effective. But even just, as I say, 2 colours of card. There we go. There's our finished card. Let's bring it up the screen a bit. I don't know whether you can see that stitching or not, really. I'll try and take a close-up of it. Maybe at an angle. With the light I can see it. So there's that one. And then we've got this one here in portrait. So just to update you with my latest news. So at the moment I do coffee and card on a Friday, a Monday and a Tuesday, which I love. I love interacting with people and spending time crafting with people, and it's a great social event as well as being able to craft and introduce people to crafting. So that will continue as is. I also love my class in a box, and it's been particularly popular this month, so thank you to everybody who ordered our class in a box and also our in-person classes, and that will also continue. One thing I need to change is the time I spend here on Facebook with my Facebook Lives, because it's taking up an increasing amount of time, not so much for the preparation, because if you know me, very often I will literally arrive 5 minutes before, not knowing what I'm going to end up with, so I can't say preparation takes a long time, but I need to open up different area of my business, so I am looking to open up a new in-person class at a different location, and if I'm adding something I know I have to take something else away. So what I'm going to do, and I'm going to trial it from this week, which is I'll do a Facebook Live every Monday morning, and that will be our coffee and card design, exactly as we've done today. So whatever we're doing at coffee and card will be my Monday morning live, and that should normally take place at 10 AM. And then I'm going to drop the Facebook Live from Tuesday and probably Wednesday but do a longer Facebook Live on Thursday featuring the same products but with more of a tutorial. You can craft along, and I'll have other things to show, but I won't be creating on Tuesday and Wednesday, because that will then give me time to slot in some additional in-person classes. And in order to do that, it does take time, because you've got to find the right venue in terms of cost and lighting and availability and things like that. So I hope you understand. You can, all of the videos will still be uplifted to YouTube, so you can still see them all on YouTube. There'll just be less of them. Having said that, it does mean if there's something new that comes out, I'll then have a little bit of space. If I do need to hop on of a morning, afternoon or evening, then I can hop on and show you, because it will be outside of my general routine. So I will try and put that in writing on the Facebook page. The Facebook Live has served me really, really well, and obviously I kicked it off during COVID, and that helped me continue crafting and continue running my business, and I'm forever grateful for that, because I'd never really made that step on my online presence as much as I intended to. I never really got there. So I'm really pleased that that has taken off, and that has built my online presence, and that has allowed me to run my class in a box online, for example. So all of that will carry on, but my Facebook Lives I'm just going to reduce and see how it goes, is the answer. Like anything, you've got to try these things out, but I know I need to leave space for me to be able to build my business in other directions, and finding another venue for an in-person class is a top priority. I have a lot of great local support, but I'm looking to go a little bit further to run some classes. So if you're in a relatively close area, I mean within an hour, and you think that's something that you and your friends will be interested in, do send me a message, and you know, I'm open to suggestions. So thank you so much. There's our coffee and card design. This is the one that we just created, if you've hopped on after the start, and this is from the Inked and Tiled bundle. So this is the stamp set, so you'll see this on Thursday. I'll be doing some work with the stamp set itself, and it does come, as I say, as a bundle with 2 punches for $57.50, which is a discount, plus if you order in July you'll get a £4.50 voucher against any order in August. Nearly said September. So thank you so much everybody. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I have just thought I can put a little bit of bling on here, and I've just seen some. I've got some of these yellow Daffodil Delight, maybe Mango Melody, maybe. I'm just going to pop some of these on here. One, oh, there's a pool party one there. 2. No, I can't put it in the middle. Isn't that right? 1, 2, and 3. There we go. Just finishes it off. So thank you so much. I will see you on Thursday evening, 7 PM, for our next Facebook Live, and so it will be a longer one with a bit more information and detail. So I hope you're able to join me. Thank you everyone. Carol loves the way they slot together. Yes, they really do, really do. And obviously you could do lots of patterns even just with the crosses, and I was just thinking then crosses and circles would work. This is, let's do it this way, 4 centimeters. So if you had a circle punch that was probably 1 inch, because that's measured that way, isn't it? Maybe 1.25 inches. You could do circles. Okay, that's given me an idea. Leave me with it. Thank you so much, everyone. Do hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I'm off to have a coffee and then finish putting everything away. I have unpacked, but it just needs to go in its rightful place. So thank you so much, everyone. Do take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Don't work too hard, Catherine. And I look forward to catching up with you all really soon. Take care and bye for now. Bye-bye.